Beginning of this year, I wanted to challenge myself to a low-buy year. I had already been on a minimalism journey, so this was a perfect chance to prove to myself that I had the self-discipline to eliminate the unnecessary expenses from my budget. What started this in the first place? I think I reached a point in my life where having a closet full of cute clothes, paying for overpriced dinner dates, and curating my house with cute little things didn't fulfill me with the same meaning and satisfaction as before. Thinking back, I don't know if it ever did. In the past, I spent money because I earned it, because I didn't really know how else to prove to myself that working 50 plus hours a week was somehow the right thing to do. Every time I bought something new, it made Monday mornings a bit more bearable, so I let the cycle continue. But I had a rude awakening when we first moved into our new home, and all I saw were piles of random things in boxes laying around the house. For months they were untouched. It was a brutal reminder of how much stuff I had accumulated, and unbeknownst to me, my reckless spending habit was the very reason I had to keep working so much. Of course, thinking about the money I had wasted made my stomach turn, but what affected me the most was looking at the person that I had become. Overly materialistic and wasteful. So, my low-buy year was not only my attempt to reduce my spending, but it was a chance to find my way back to my old self. But during the process, I learned a lesson, and something quite unexpected happened. Here is my story.
First, I want to talk about how I actually did on my low-buy year. So if you haven't seen the video where I talk about the rules that I set for myself, I will leave the video in the description box below. Please go check it out after this video. But overall, I feel like I did pretty well. I reduced my spending pretty significantly, and it really was a domino effect because once I started to cut back on a certain spending, I really wanted to challenge myself and do it in all different areas of my life as well. Not only did I cut down on my spending, I feel that I became more resourceful along the way. This was the year I got my library card. I hosted my first garage sale. I discovered some really cool secondhand markets on Maui, and I took on DIY projects more than ever before. Of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing. It definitely came with its own challenges. I started the year off strong, but then in the middle of the year, we started to travel, and that came with its own challenges. I want to talk about the highs, the lows, and what I ultimately took away from this challenge. Also, I have a special announcement that I wanted to make at the end of the video, so please make sure to watch it all the way through. Okay, let's get started. If you guys have seen my previous videos, you guys know that my biggest expense outside of my normal bills was buying clothing and also eating out. And those were the two areas of my life that I really wanted to tackle and reduce my spendings on. I did add some few new pieces to my capsule wardrobe. I bought a couple of tank tops because I found a specific style that I wanted, new shorts because I outgrew my old ones, a much needed sweater, few denim, and a sturdy everyday sandal. What really helped me was to keep a wish list, and I kept going back and forth to see if I still needed it after a couple of days, after a week, and this helped me to really think my purchases through. And throughout the year, I kept experimenting with my capsule wardrobe. I put things away, and then I shopped from my own closet. This process really helped me realize which pieces I wear on a regular basis and which pieces I had to let go of, because there was no sense of keeping these pieces around if I was never going to wear them. And once I started to declutter my entire closet, I really saw my wardrobe transform into a concise and very cohesive closet. And this made me want to become even more selective with the new pieces that I was going to add to it. I now realize more than ever that clothes should be something that we buy slowly over time, and not because there is a new trend or something cute we saw on social media. And every piece that we add to our closet should be an addition to the collection, like a missing puzzle piece to our wardrobe. And that's exactly how I want to approach it moving forward. So overall, I am really proud of myself for how well I did on reducing my spendings on my clothes, but not only clothes, it was in all different areas of my life. It was household goods, plants, house decor, makeup, skincare. Essentially, I broke a bad habit. I think that's what I'm the most proud of. But there is something that I struggled with during the Slow Buy challenge, and that was eating out, or should I say not eating out. Some of you guys know that we traveled to the mainland this year to go visit my parents, and it was much more difficult not eating out when we're traveling and when we're on the road. But honestly, I forgot how much I missed dining out with my husband. And this was something that we really bonded over, eating good food and trying out new restaurants. This has always been our time to kind of get away from the house and all of the chores that comes with it and just spend some quality time together. And at one point, it felt kind of silly to take away the one thing that was kind of our joy, the thing that we were looking forward to the most throughout our week. And so I did adjust the rules a little bit. I still cook at home. I still love to meal plan on a day-to-day basis, but I think I will always have some kind of a budget where my husband and I can go out to eat and dine out, because that's something that we really enjoy. And I think that's just another reminder that minimalism doesn't have to be all about utility and practicality. It's supposed to really narrow down the things that we don't want so we can spend the money on the things that we want, and eating out just happens to be one of them. So what did I learn throughout this whole process? I feel that I truly needed this challenge to put a lot of different things into perspective. I mean, I saw my expenses drop by 1/3 maybe, and my happiness didn't decrease with it. In fact, I felt a lot more lighter and felt more content with everything that I have. Not only that, we were able to make big strides in paying off a lot of our HELOC and also set aside a big fund for our next investment as well. In the beginning, it was all about sticking to the rules. But as the months went by, I really began to feel the why. And I realized that I was actually taking steps towards my own version of freedom. Financial freedom, freedom to make adjustments in my career, freedom to be able to uproot and move anywhere in the world if I wanted to. And this means more to me than any of the things that are in my house. And I think that's a truly valuable lesson. At some point, it really shifted gears, and it wasn't a challenge anymore. It was a lifestyle choice that I made. And I think I will carry this on for the next year with a new set of rules and for many years moving forward. If you also did the Low Buy challenge with me, let me know in the comments how you did and what are some key things that you took away from this challenge. I would love to know. And also I have to mention that last year around this time, we had about 30,000 people in this community, and it grew to over 300,000, which I still cannot believe. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for always supporting me, showing me love, and sharing my videos. I just hope you know how much it means to me. And I know that this wouldn't be possible without you. So thank you so much for being a part of this journey and being a part of my journey. Also, I did promise you some exciting news. I decided to start a second channel under my name, Sophie.malamalife. And I will leave all of the channel link in the description box below. The content of Malama Life channel will not change, but I wanted a space where I could share more personal content and share with you my favorite books, my favorite recipes, and maybe day-to-day vlogs. It'll be much more unscripted, unedited, and more up-to-date with my life. I will be taking next week off on this channel, and I'll be actually uploading a new video on my personal channel next week. So I hope to see you guys there. I wish you guys a happy holidays. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will talk to you really soon. Bye.